Hey there, so we're going to take a look at Challenge 2.8 Broadcast Role Play. Broadcast messages are a tougher concept. What you have to do in this assignment is not that complicated. You have to use a script, create an assignment. It's how to do the coding that gets a little bit tricky. So view the video is first step, and that's what you're doing right now. And then you're going to remix the sample file and put your name on it. When remix the sample file, it's in your studio. 2.8, here's your sample file, remix it. In 7A, here's your sample file, remix it, put your name on it. One of the things that's happening, by the way, is sometimes people forget to put their name on it, and then it's very hard to see whose is whose. And sometimes I miss assignments, and you're doing good work, and I want you to get credit for your good work. So please make sure to put your name on your assignments, right? Then what you're going to do, let's go back to the assignment, is finish the movie according to the script. What? According to this script right here. When you open it up, it's got a couple of pages of the individual scripts, but here's the best way to look at it right here. And what's going to happen is you're going to put in 3 characters and 4 scenes: the cat, the crab, the opponent, the date, etc., etc. And you are going to go through all of that, setting up your 3 scenes. The green flag, I'll be on a beach, and then when I receive the basketball scene, when I receive the movie scene. So let's talk about how broadcast messages work. Now, the initial assignment, when you go here, let me pull it up right in here, and I will pull up Studio 7A, and I'll call this bad boy up right here. And let's take a look inside. And when you click this, you'll notice that the beach scene comes up, all right? I'm going to tell you about my summer. First, I went to the beach, and then I went to play some basketball, and then nothing happens. Now, over on backdrops, we have multiple costumes. Sorry, here's backdrops, my bad. And we have backdrops, and we'd have to, if we don't have a basketball scene, so the first thing we need to get is we need to get a basketball scene. So you're going to choose a backdrop, and I'll pick this as my basketball scene, and I'll add that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go look at my broadcast role play, and it says the cat. I'm going to tell you I'm going to spend some time at the beach, and then it says broadcast basketball scene. Interesting. So broadcast role play. Let's go over to here. He makes all this, and then it says broadcast basketball scene. We've actually got this block here that says basketball scene. So over here to backdrops, I'm going to actually put in when the green flag is clicked, and then that's where we're going to want to go to switch backdrop to beach, Rio, okay? That's where we are. Green flag, hello, blah, 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 all right? But you'll notice the cat at the end does all of this talking and then says broadcast basketball scene. So we're going to go over to the backdrop, and we're going to make sure you're in the backdrop, and you're going to go to an event called When I Receive Basketball Scene. And that's one of the messages in there, basketball scene. When I receive basketball scene, I'm going to switch the backdrop to basketball 2. So now, let's go back and start this off. Hello, and this is all the dialogue. Hello, I'm going to tell you about my summer. First, I went to the beach, and then I went to play some basketball, and then switches to basketball scene. So, if you look, the first thing I did was this box right here. Hello, I'm going to tell you about my summer. I spent some time at the beach, broadcast basketball scene. All right, and then it's when I received the basketball scene, say I played lots of ball. Now the crab shows up on the stage, but when I receive basketball scene, disappear from the stage. So the crab, who's already in this, has to show up on the stage and pose like a crab, and then has to disappear on basketball scene. So let's go back to this, and let's go over to Mr. Crab. And when green flag is clicked, it switches costume to who's he what's it switches costume to Crab B, right? But I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to say when I receive, let's find that again, when I receive basketball scene, Mr. Crab is going to hide. All right, so that's what Mr. Crab's going to do. This is not a quick assignment. This one's going to take a little bit of programming. It's going to take a little while. I encourage you to work with other people if you can work together online. I know it's hard to work online, but that's essentially what we're doing, is we're programming a whole 3-scene event right in here. All 3 of these scenes. You can take it right through to the date. Now, who's the date? You're going to pick it. That's a different sprite. Who's the opponent? You're going to have that be an issue too. Right now, I start this, and he shows up. Hello, the crab you'll see is in there. I'll tell you about my summer. First, I went to the beach, and then I went to play some basketball. Then he goes to the basketball scene, and there should be an opponent, right? And maybe even a ball. So we're going to need a sprite for the ball. We're going to need a sprite for the opponent. I'm going to let you go at this point because you have to make the broadcast scenes change. The beach here, basketball scene, and then there's a movie theater. I don't even know what the movie theater is going to look like. So you have to go work with your backgrounds and deal with the movie theater. You have to make the crab appear and disappear. You have to make the opponent show in the basketball scene. The date hides for the first 2 scenes and shows up in the 3rd scene, right? And then the stage, there's a beach and the basketball court and a movie. So there's a movie theater of some sort, right? All of that's what's going on. And then here's all the dialogue, all right? You'll see that the date makes some commentary. You see that the cat does a lot of speaking, but the date makes some commentary too. If you want to switch out the cat for a different sprite, you can do that, but then you've got to program all this information into the sprite. How are you being graded? Well, you've got this rubric. It's a 70-point project, 3 background changes, 3 sprites, 8 say or think boxes, scenes change, they take turns, there's animated movement, 1 conversation, so there's a conversation when they go on the date, and there's a title slide, and the green flag starts the whole thing, and the full story plays when I hit the green flag. If I get all of that, it's a 70-point assignment. It will take you more than 1 class to get this done. So settle in, get to work. I know you can do it. Good luck.